Hello everybody, welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie and I'm Empath Intuitive Card Reader. I'm a bunch of stuff. I'm old school tarot is what I'm all about. I'll just sum it down to that, but I'm an intuitive reader. My intuition always trumps whatever the cards are. Always. Okay, so I'm here to do, very late mind you, we are the 6th of January, and I am very late and I'm very, very sorry about that. I really apologize. I've missed not being here. If you go back 2 days, the last 2 videos that are public, one is for the reveal, not that one, but the one before that, explains what happened, where I've been, what's been going on, and all that stuff. So you can catch up that way, but I'm back now, and the readings are a little late, but better late than never, right? So it'll be for the month of January, and of course, it being January, a new year, anything else that floats in will be brought to light as well regarding the next year, at the very least. So, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm going to shuffle the cards. I am going to take and shuffle your cards. I was going to change the layout, but what I thought I'll do, and then I cut it, talk to somebody else, so maybe I'll cut it, we'll cut it back to 3 cards and put the intentions behind them. And I just can't do that. Got to give you guys the whole month, right? I mean, you need to know about these things. What I may do is pull 1 extra card at the very, very end when the reading's done, and that will be your card for the following year. Ask that Spirit guide us, and the tarot cards as well, to the intention behind the last card is to gather the one most common card that will be, I can't even see, you guys are my first public reading again. I'm just trying to find my feet. What am I trying to say? It'll be the one card, whatever the card represents, that will be highlighted. Situations like that, that the card reflects, will probably be more of the common theme. Put it that way. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll get there eventually. It's a theme. So I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna do one run through here. Don't do that to me. Shut up. And I'm gonna cut the deck. 5 minutes in. Sorry guys. Yeah, my lighter matches, they're all gone. So I had fun trying to make a fire for this, and I didn't do the regular smudge either. Sorry about that. When I get more prepared, I will. I'll have to go back to the regular bowl smudge. The kind you guys like, crackles and snaps. All right, Lilith. We've got Lilith here. If we can get her to wake up, here she comes. As this deck stands, of the top 5 cards, plus 1, the cards that are meant for the Capricorn reading for 2019, for the monthly reading. Are these the cards that are meant for Capricorn's reading? Wake up, Lilith. She's saying yes, it's just not a real good one. You better be awake for the next one. Okay. Let's get this my intuitive candle. I'll do that at the end. Let's see here. Okay. Very first card. This is your overall energy for the month of January. Capricorn. My words are messed up. I got to straighten them in my head before I say them. Abundance. Look at that. What a great overall energy. The Queen of the Ocean. Card number 2, finances and wealth. We've got new beginnings. No, limbo. Sorry. Sorry, it's a hangman. And he's in limbo. New beginnings came through right forward on that. And that's in your finances and your wealth. Your hearth, your home, your intimate loves, your family love. Knight of Pentacles. Loyalty. Your challenges for January, should there be any. The 7 of Pentacles. Potential. And about the only challenge you would have there is the ability to recognize potential when it's put right under your nose. Your message from Spirit, card number 5, is 2 of Pentacles. And we've got options. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the deck one more time. And I'm going to pull the top card from the cut, and I'm not going to turn it over yet. I'm going to set it off to the side. So we won't know what it is till the time comes. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is your monthly reading for the month of January 2019. A brand new year. There we go. Okay. T. I need reinforcement. Very first card. What a way to start a reading in a brand new year. Abundance. Be still my heart. Isn't that something? Wow. Wow. She's a beauty. She's a real beauty. So when she pops up, this is all about you here in this position, because it's not just your overall energy. But Capricorn, usually the court cards, the queens and the kings and stuff, are representative of the person on the other side, the querent that's getting a reading done. And this is a general reading, yes. This is for all three signs, three thingies as well. You're right. Your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign always is, always will be, for all the readings here. And so this is you, and it shows you smack dab in the middle of abundance of some kind. Maybe it's in a place where you've had lack for a long time. Let's say you've been single for a long time, okay? And now for some reason or other, maybe you know and maybe you don't know, you're not going to be alone forever, and that's becoming more and more apparent. You're becoming more abundant in that department. The ability of meeting new spirits here on terra firma, more socializing going on for you in areas of your intercommunications with other human beings for the next year. That area is going to be very rich. It's going to mean something different to everybody, right? But it's going to be, you're going to be rich in an area that you've suffered in. You know, sometimes we go through periods. We go through, I'm going through that, going into, the very beginning of year 2 for me. And how do I get back out there? And I'm not talking dating and love for me. I'm not talking about that. But I'm just talking about being a part of the living and a part of life. Living within the congenial part of society, the nice side where you have a social life, and you're active, and you're living your life fully, and you're grateful. That after a dry spell, I hope that for myself. But this card here, when it shows up, it's giving you a little boost because it's a card of growth. So there's some growth going on in January. All moving forward. The growth is all good. There's nothing bad. There's no, metaphors for, emotional cancer and stuff like that, right? So it's going to be a time of growth. And this card is nudging you, saying, get out there, right? It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to evolve, to spread your wings, put your face into the wind of life, and breathe in the essence of what being alive is all about. Not to sound melodramatic. I don't mean to sound melodramatic. I'm just trying to get my point across that it will feel this way. You're going to be, some of you are going to be spending a lot more time on your home. For some reason, some of you may be starting for spring now and you're redecorating. That could be going on as well. But there's more focus on your home life, on your home itself. Doesn't matter if you live in an apartment building, a high-rise, or a private home, or a little cottage somewhere, but you're focusing on improving. You want more of you in the home. You want to bring out elements about yourself that maybe not everybody knows. Some may come in and look and say, I never knew you were into that stuff. That stuff could be anything. Collections and hobbies and different things like this. You really want people to see the real you. And sending the message that this is my home. This is my haven. And I'll create that haven. This is my world. I'll create it the way I want, not what everybody else expects of me. A lot of new projects for a lot of you this month as well. Your keywords are all about growth, nurturing, you being nurtured by others and you nurturing others in return. There's the tit for tat kind of thing going on, in a good way. Concentrating on your home. Love will be abundant in your life as well. And there is going to be noticeable growth. You're going to notice the growth as you go through the next several months here. And two beautiful words at the end, other than abundance, is comfort, generosity. Again, it's a two-way deal here. You're showing it and you're receiving. It's a nice balance. There's a nice balance there when that comes about. That's your overall energy. Okay, and yeah, that's going to flow in through the year. It's going to weave its way in through 2019 for you. The Hanged Man and Limbo. Ooh, what's going on there for you guys, Cappies, huh? This is your financial and wealth sector. Somebody's hanging, yeah, waiting on a decision to come down. It's probably a job application you had submitted, and you want to win a spot for an interview, and you have. Something's happened. I don't know who this applies to. Probably just one of you. But you're granted an interview. You've won a spot for an interview, and it's a highly competitive job. And then something happens in that process, going from application to resume, and then your application to contact. You're not given you're given a time and a date, and then it gets changed. I don't know who this is for. That's throwing you into limbo because you get your foot in the door now, but you're desperate to start working and receiving a paycheck. And it's not on your end that the problems, it's on the company's end. It's the business end. There's been some kind of a stall going on. So, and the wait's like 3 to 4 weeks before you get your interview. So you're still not even sure if you've got the job or not. But you're wanting this so much you can taste it, you're drooling, and you are screaming inside from frustration because you're ready to do this now. You're ready to walk right in there and own that interview, right? I don't mean to use all these stupid cliches, but that's what it is. You got to own it. And you walk in like you own the place. You walk, not cocky, not over the top, but confident. And you're ready for it. And for some of you, you're not even experiencing any nerves. You feel it's a shoo-in. And you're excited about the interview. You want to get to know these people. You want them to know you more than anything at all and what you're all about. So there's going to be some frustrations there. So your money flow for a little while is just going to hold. It's just going to hold. But if that goes on too long and the wait's too long, you may have to give it up and take something else before your money flow starts dropping. You don't want that to happen. You can, the other thing about this card is taking advantage of the downtime. So here you are, you're waiting, and what do you do? In that time, you start making more future plans. You start, outlining things, a priority list, where you want. You're going to make good time of the downtime. You're going to make it work for you. You're going to be doing different things, applying different things, I don't know, but it's all you're going to take real good event. You're going to feel really good about that it was not time wasted after all, which you thought it was going to be, which would be very hard for you to do. You're going to be given a chance to see your whole situation in a brand new light because of this waiting period. Keywords are waiting and time coming, boom, right to the forefront. Time, very, very, very delicate. But as everybody says, timing is divine and things happen when they are supposed to happen. But the frustration level you're going to be feeling when it comes to finances is and it's over a few week period, a couple to two to 4 weeks. This is going to be going on. And somebody may have another job offer get waved under your nose. Right? But you want this other job so bad. You're going to sacrifice the second offer and pass and say, no, I'm waiting this out. It's also a good time to gain insight when you have downtime as well. You feel a really strong sense of purpose through the month of January. You feel strong in that department. Sense of purpose every day. You've got something you have to get up for, something that is expected of you to do, like go to work, things like this. But you have more of a sense of purpose for 2019 especially. A lot of viewpoints, considering a lot of viewpoints as well. You're going to be getting a lot of that from the people that are in your immediate life and people that are around you. Everybody's got to put their 2 cents in. Everybody's got the best advice in the world. Listen to me, Johnny, what I'm telling you. You know, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, the best friends, the neighborhood. Everybody's, you know, well, just Johnny's just a metaphor for you, male or female, right? And feeling the pressure a little bit. But you know what? You're going to hold your own and say, no, I'm going to make this final decision. If I want this job, I'll take it, but I'm going to hold out for it because I know this is what I've been waiting for. Why the extra time? Who knows? Nobody knows. I don't know. Hearth and home, family, love, it's all about loyalty. The things that are closest to your heart. This card kind of slows everything down again. See, it falls behind, right? The hangman, right on top of it. Details are moving too slowly. So anything good that happens to you in the job market or your money flow, your financial sector affects your home life. It affects your family life. This affects everybody that's in your life. But the details are moving very, very painfully slow for you. When you're going to be making some long-term choices at this time as well during the month of January, but you have to consider everybody that's in your life. Your family, your betrothed, your husband, your wife, your partner. And that's hard. You're going to find that difficult. That's going to be a challenge. It can be done, but the long-term choices and decisions that you're making during this downtime, you're getting a lot done, Capricorn, during the month of January. You're getting a lot of stuff done. You do realize, and a big realization, just what it means when people say hard work will pay off. In this case, big time. It'll pay off in the dividends. You will reap those dividends for many months to come. And you'll think fondly now what's frustrating you and you want to pull your hair out and you're almost afraid of this hold up and this stall that's gone on. It's really going to work in your favor in the bigger picture. You just don't see that right now. Okay? But hard work will pay off. So don't give in and don't give up. Stick-with-itness is coming to the forefront. You're making a big investment of yourself. And for some, there's investment in property you'll be taking at this time as well. Buying a new family home, it is a financial investment. It's an emotional investment as well. Progress all the way around. All the way around in your home life and your personal relationships are very stable during the month of January. The next card is not the last card. It's the your challenges. Is a 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. The 7 of Pentacles and its potential is the prompt with this card. And I felt right off, almost like a fear, a hesitation, to make sure that you see the potential and everything where it needs to be seen. There's much to be gained when this card shows up, a lot. Your dedication is paying off. Any of you that have dedicated yourself to anything in 2018, here comes the reward. You're going to start reaping the reward. There's a payoff. And it's potentially a successful payoff for you. And for some of you, you may think, I only have to get to, I went through point A, did that, went through point B, did that, went through point C. Now I have to reach D. And it means more work. You thought you were done at C, but no. It needs another one. And putting more of yourself into it. And you thought, I'm glad I'm done because I don't think I had much more left, just to find out you have to give more, just a little bit more. But you know what? Believe me when I tell you this, the payoff is there at the end, and it'll be well worth it, and you'll be saying, whew, am I ever glad that I just continued to follow through and gave it what it needed to have in order to get up off the ground, whatever that is, some kind of project, relationship, whatever it is. You'll be glad that it took a little longer and you had to put a little bit more time in, because the payoff will be tenfold. You'll be wanting to celebrate. Your advice from this card is to believe, stay on, keep any decisions that you've made, don't change them, stick with them. Don't change your mind halfway through things. Stay on the track that you are on right now. Any of you that have anything on the go, like new jobs, making a move, new relationships, getting rid of a relationship, your health, this sort of thing. Stay on your chosen path, whatever you've already chosen, stick with that. All right? That's what you're being told to do. Keywords of perseverance. Money comes into the issue, of course. Work, dedication, time. Final word on this is success. It's not bad. That's not that bad for challenges, that's for sure. 2 of Pentacles and options is your message from Spirit. So now you find yourself, you're getting some options here that you weren't expecting. It's like you got this beautiful vanilla ice cream cone and all of a sudden, the ice cream person comes along with a handful of sprinkles and you didn't order, and they said, just because it needs to be prettied up. Give it some pizzazz. Make it more creative and more colorful. That's a stupid metaphor, I know, but you're going to be having a lot more freedom of choice is what you're going to be having a lot more of during the month of January. You're moving real careful, though. Everything that you're doing, you're moving very, very, very thoughtfully, very deliberately, very careful, because you're not wanting to mess anything up. So even though these options are there, there's not much of there is a time limit, there's a longer time limit than what you thought that there would be for you to make these choices and decisions. So at the moment, for the month of January, you probably aren't going to do anything. Whatever these things are coming at some of you, you're not going to do. You're going to sit and think first. You're going to take point A, point B, point C, and I've got to make a choice here. And you're not looking at the beginning, the middle, and the end. You're looking at the bigger picture right at the end. You already know there's going to be a journey and an experience, many experiences, but you're looking at the final picture. What's at the end of each choice? What's going to fit your life? What is it that's going to feed your heart's desire on what you want to do? It could be anything from a new home to a new job to traveling to going back to school, university kind of thing. There could be some demands made on your money for some of you as well. If you're not real careful, you may find yourself at the end of January juggling your finances to make the books balance. You may have to rob a bit from Peter to keep Paul happy. It'll balance out in the end, but you may feel, you're not going to lie, you're going to say, February is a hard enough month for everybody. I didn't need to start this with extra money problems. You'll work your way through. You just stick it out. Stick it out. The advice of the card is for you to pay attention to details, all right? Especially with money contracts, anything to do with anything changing hands, and in the bigger picture has to do with money in your pocket or in your bank account. Pay attention to the details. Anything else that seems odd or out, take it up with the person behind the contract or the other side of the agreement and get clarification. Be very careful there. Details are becoming important during the month of January, especially when it's stuff that you can't control 100%. Other people are involved here, right? You can only control from your side. See, that's why you kind of have to watch everybody else. But you're looking at the long-term gains and not the short-term gains, and that really is the advice to you. Do not look at instant gratification, instant return. Look at the long-term stuff. Instant gratification, it is what it is. You get it and it's gone again in an instant, and you're right back where you started from. So what, you got breathing room for a couple of days. You're still back where you started from. You might even be a little more behind. So when you're making your choices and decisions, look at the long term. This is all big picture stuff, people. For some of you, moves, buying, selling of property. Of course, I've been saying it all the way through. Jobs are coming through here. And there is a bit of traveling going on for you guys this year. Money comes to the forefront as well. Balance is a big word here. A big word. That was your last card for the monthly reading. And then we've got the oddball card. Oh, no. Well, not all are bad. I wasn't expecting that. Tens are all about, and tarot are all about endings and completion of things. You got the Ten of Swords. Usually, with this card, usually involves drama. Unexpected endings for some of you. My heart. It's my coffee maker. I cleaned it up. I had put it away after my husband passed away because it's a big full size. It's a bun coffee maker, but it's called Tim Hortons because that's who put this one out. But it's a bun because it's got the heating tanks in the back and it just kicked in. I'm not used to it doing that because I've only unplugged it for Christmas, or plugged it in for Christmas and cleaned it. So that sounded like there was a train coming through my house or a truck. But there are some sudden endings for some of you. For some of you, this, may not be pleasant. For some of you, may have been secretly wishing this. How nasty are you? Some of you looking for a way out to end something, to end a job, to end a relationship, to end a habit even. But it's all about endings. But when you have endings, you can't have endings without new beginnings. Right on top of that. Right on top of that. So it's not all bad. It doesn't have to be anything bad. You could be going through this growth that you're going to go through. You know, you're like a, I don't know, going through a metamorphosis, kind of like a snake shedding its skin, or the butterfly, right? The moth, the caterpillar turning into a moth, or the butterfly. There's a metamorphosis going on. By this time next year, okay, I heard the number 5. There'll be 5 of you come January 2020. And you'll look back over 2019 and you'll barely recognize yourself. That's how far you're going to come. That's how many changes and metamorphoses you're going to go through your whole life. For some of you, is a very stark contrast from this year into next year. Stark contrast. Some of you are already seeing that and you're already feeling that. So that's what's going on there. And for some, like I said, there's company could close down and you're out of a job. You go to work one day and there's a big pink paper on the door and there's a crowd of people outside. Company has gone bankrupt overnight, so there's shock. There's drama involved with that as well because it is a very dramatic situation for some of you. Once you see the reality of the situation and you stay clear, you'll start to feel a certain amount of relief. All right, this is going to open up all new avenues for you. But, and for some, it's relationships, and you're going to say, I've been with this person for this long, that long. They may be, your partner is one of those people, never wants to do what you'd like to do. You try to suggest different things so that the relationship grows. Because really, I don't care if you're with someone for 20 years, every day you get up with that same person, you're still getting to know them. How can you completely know anybody? The only way to completely know anybody is for somebody to have gone through every roller coaster, every disaster, every dramatic happening, and they come out smelling like a rose. But we change, our thoughts change, our opinions change, our beliefs change every single day. So every day we get to know each other a little better than we did the day before. And that's a good thing. We don't want to be stagnant in our relationships, and that could be a breakup point that you've held off long enough. One person being a little more adventurous, a little more lively and highly energetic than their mate, that creates a problem. But whatever the relationship is, for some people that may work out really great. It's whatever they want out of their personal relationship. Maybe they're the perfect match. That way, I don't know, it seems a little odd to me that if you don't have some kind of an interaction with the person you're with, why are you with anybody, right? If you say, oh, but we're just so different. I've heard married people that say, oh, we're so different. Bill is nothing like me, and I'm nothing like him. It's a wonder we're even friends, let alone spouses. I mean, and that happens. And people start going their separate ways. She's going out more, he's staying in more, or vice versa. She wants to be left at home. You go ahead without me, she's telling her mate. You go ahead without me and have a good time. That's okay once in a while, but not for years. I don't know where that's all coming from, but that's meant for somebody out there. Snap out of it. Wake up. Life is too short. Do what you got to do and move on. Because wherever you're at right now, it's not growing. There's no growth period. It's stagnant, stalled. Nothing. Advice is to walk away and to let go and focus on the now. Let go of the past and think about the now and think about your future and get excited about it. You're about to start a brand new adventure. Endings, balance, drama, transformation, sense of victimhood, truth, and shock. Truth and shock. Somebody may find out that someone hasn't been faithful to you. That was your reading, Capricorn. Awful long for the first one. I'm not liking that. The upload times are terrible. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support over the last year. Like I said, check out the other video. The last one, not the intuitive one, but about the candle. It's the one before that. That says we're back. That one, we're back video. It'll explain. Maybe you don't care. That's okay too. I don't remember how to do this. It's been so long. What do I normally say? What do I do? Tell me, what do I do? If you're looking for me, and you're looking for a private reading, check out the window or the video, the description box below this video window, and read through there and send me off an email and I'll get you taken care of. If you'd like to as well, there's a group on Facebook under Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and it's closed and it's private, and you're more than welcome and invited to join us there. And for anybody else looking for me, here I go, it's coming back. Anybody else looking for me in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, I can't talk. If I'm not right here in my spot, this is my spot in the world. I'm gonna rule the world from this spot one day, you know. I am. No, I'm not. I'd be lucky to rule my own butt, really. But if you're looking for me and I'm not here, even tonight's a warm night here, and I'm in a cold part of the world. But for us, this is mild temperatures tonight. I wouldn't be out after dark down there. You'd find me home. But usually, if I'm not here, I am walking on the beach down below at the cove, along the water's edge, bringing the highest, mightiest tides on this whole planet. The beautiful and the bountiful. The Bay of Fundy. Go ahead and Google it. Do a search. We have the highest tides in the world here. That's all I'm going to say about that. Doesn't matter where you find me. I'm surrounded by the Bay of Fundy on all three sides. So you'll always catch me waiting for the next change of tide. I always have one eye on the cove out there. Everybody, keep the peace in. All right? Share that love and your light out with the rest of the world. Smile at a stranger today. Say hi to somebody. You may make somebody's day. Too many people are looked through these days. They feel invisible. Have a great month. Bye.